Before we move on to the next video in this course, I recommend you download Postman. Postman is a tool that allows you to test APIs easily, and we'll be using it in the remainder of this course to walk you through setting up different API requests. So you can go to postman.com and you can create an account, and then once you do, you will log in through their website and you will see a page that looks like this. Over here on the left, you'll notice this collections tab, and you can think of collections as a group of API requests that you're going to be testing. So we'll create a new collection and call it front API. And so within this collection, we can add the different API requests that we want to test. So for example, if we go back to front's documentation and we go to the API reference, maybe we want to test one of these teammate API endpoints, perhaps the list teammates API endpoint. And we'll walk through some of the details of testing API requests in the next course, but I'll set it up real quickly. You can see you can name it up here. List teammates, you've got the method that you can select, you've got the URL, and then one of the things that you'll need to add to Postman before this request will be successful are your credentials. So this authorization section is where you would add your credentials. If we go back to front's documentation and go to the guide section and then click on authentication, we can see that front supports OAuth and front API tokens. In general, when testing an API in Postman, I recommend you just generate a token, which is usually quicker than setting it up through OAuth. So if we go to front, the way you do that is you go to your developer settings, you go to this API tokens tab, and then you click create API token. You give it a name, and I recommend for purposes of this tutorial to just set up shared resources, which gives you access to all your team workspaces. So once you do that, you'll get a unique value back, and you can go back into Postman and select bearer token, and then type in whatever your token value is in here, and then that will set you up to successfully be able to test APIs in the remainder of this course.